Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be recapping Love Island Season 2, USA Episode 20. So, the production producers heard us. They heard us. They gave us a Jaleb date, finally. The episode was basically a little bit of Jaleb, mostly about Jaleb, and then Mackenzie and the Jalen situation, basically. That was mostly the episode. Continue on this route, we're good. So let's start from the beginning of the episode. Jalen and Mackenzie, I guess, speak about something about, like, you know, I guess what they talked about, you know, like her wanting to have more time with Jalen because Jalen was just being around the other girls. So I guess, and then Mackenzie also starts, you know, speaking to the girls in the villa, was like talking to the girls in the villa, and like telling them, like, you know, I didn't get any chance to like spend time with Jalen at all, and like you guys all took him yesterday. So she was like, you know, expressing her you know, her things, like, oh, she wants to spend time with Jalen. So with that being said, we have KylerB over here trying to, you know, be matchmaker. He basically was like, shares for the streets, you know. I'm just kidding, but like he was just like, you know, Cher is open to meeting other guys, because since Justine basically told him that, you know, Cher was saying that she still was interested in getting to know KylerB, that means she's not, you know, 100% with Calvin. So KylerB was like telling Calvin, like, oh, how about, like, how's your relationship with you and Kirsten? So you're trying to like match up him and Kirsten together, which is hilarious because now that's 3 different guys. That's after Kirsten. KylerB tried to match up Connor and Kirsten. Now we have Calvin and Kirsten, and then Jalen and Kirsten. That's 3 guys coming for Kirsten, or may have. But I don't even think Connor is like to try to get Kirsten. So I think it's just 2 guys right now. But that's 3 potential people that would, you know, be with Kirsten. We get a text. We get the Jaleb date. Oh my gosh, the date was it was a nice date. Like, they talked about, you know, life outside of the villa, long distance relationships, like, you know, what would their parents, you know, think about one another. And it was just so nice, and it was just a great date. And like everybody else back at the villa was just like, oh my gosh, they're the new power couple. Like, yes, they're the new couple. They're the couple. So like they were talking about them, like Johnny and Sully, like there was like, oh, Johnny and Sully, you're not the top couple anymore. And then like they go back and talk about their date, which was so nice. And Jaleb are winning. They're winning the show. They're winning like nothing else. Like, you guys better vote. We have Sully and Justine's friendship. Sully is that friend. She was hyping Justine up. Like, yes. Then we have one thing that was so hilarious was that, okay, everyone's going to sleep, and then Justine says goodnight to Connor, and Connor's bed is like literally right there, like right across the room, like not across the room, but it's like right there, like a sliver away. And I'm like, wow, like they're gonna do another like dumping of couples pretty soon, because the way that whole like villa is packed, like, that's hilarious. Like, Connor's, like, his bed is over there, and then like everyone else's bed is just like right there. So it was hilarious. And then well, everyone's going to sleep, so then Mackenzie wasn't feeling right about that conversation with Jalen. So Mackenzie was like, I'm not gonna sleep in a bed, someone who she's not really feeling right now. So she like slept outside. So next thing you know, Jalen wakes up. He sees that the bed, like, she's not in the bed. He goes outside, sees her that she's outside sleeping on a couch. He didn't even wake her up. He just looked at her walked back, and I think she woke up like soon after, saw him, and then she went to go get coffee. So he went to go ask her, oh, did you sleep outside? And she was like, mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, was it hot in there? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, bruh, she just didn't want to sleep in the same bed as you. So I was like, whoa, like Jalen, man, Jalen's trifling, bro. Like, dude should have expressed that, you know, he wasn't all in with Mackenzie. He should have just expressed that, you know, he's still gonna be open to meeting new people. And I think that's what Mackenzie's not getting, because, you know, the talk with Jalen, I guess before the recoupling, she thought, you know, he wants to take the relationship slow. He just wants to stay on the same, you know, path with her and stuff like that. So she thought, you know, he was all in with her, which that wasn't the case. He was just trying to get in the villa. So now he's in the villa, and he's like, oh, I'm going to have my options open. He's trying to get, you know, Kirsten and stuff like that. So, man, he's trifling. Mackenzie goes and talks with the girls and, like, tells them about what happened. So the girls are just, like, telling her, like, good advice. Like, Justine was, like, you know, called Mackenzie, like, a little too needy. The girls were, like, Justine also said that, you know, you can't be waving, like, that you brought him into the villa in his face. You need to, like, you know, you gotta watch what you say to him, because, like, Mackenzie was probably saying, like, oh, I'm the one who brought you into the villa, like, because you wouldn't have been here. So she, you know, everyone was, like, trying to give her advice, and she was like, oh, she felt like she was being gang up on, or, like, be on her side of the situation. So she was like, you know, you guys are not listening to me. And so she starts crying. So they all comfort her. But, like, Kirsten's face was like, I'm over it. Like, the way, if you saw her reaction, I was like, okay, Kirsten's over it. Moira's over it. Almost everybody, almost all the girls were probably over the whole situation with Mackenzie. So, but though that was pretty good advice. But I would say this, though, that Mackenzie does have valid reasons to feel upset the way she is, because she did get used by Jalen. Because if Jalen would have been like, you know, I'm still exploring my options, Jalen didn't come in here for Mackenzie. He came in there straight for Moira. Then he saw after one day Moira wasn't like that into him. After the challenge, he was like, oh, Mackenzie, now I'm on to Mackenzie. So now he's on to Mackenzie. But I'm like, Kirsten's been single before you even, like, step into the villa. So why did you get with Mackenzie, but then now you're coming for Kirsten? Like, Kirsten's been single, so it's like, you could have just let Mackenzie just go back to Connor. And the way that I clocked that in my last video, I was like, Mackenzie's gonna go back running to Connor, and Connor's probably not gonna be, you know, receptive to that. So it was so funny. All the guys are like, okay, are you thinking about getting back to Mackenzie? And he was like, 90%. Johnny got up. He was like, well, excuse me? And then he's like, 99%. He's like, what's the 1%? So then you got Carrington's confession. Like, I would never let Connor get back with Mackenzie. And then the preview, we were finally seeing Justine and Connor's relationship, like their friendship, because we hear about them being best friends in the villa, and you don't see not one sighting. Like, we only got that one little thing with the game previously, and then this episode where we see Justine say goodnight to Connor, and he was like, good night, Justine. But other than that, we don't really see their friendship at all. So we see in the preview that Justine was like, you have done so much to him or whatever, like, you put him through enough. So I mean, she's gonna go to bat for her best friend, okay? She's gonna be like, yo, Mackenzie's like, stop. Because I mean, I don't know, why would he want to go back? Because, like, girl really embarrassed him during that recoupling. Like, he came back with a teddy bear, and she basically gave up on them for 2 days with Jalen. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see in tonight's episode. That game, though, I mean, I'm glad that Jaleb won. That's just like the foresight, the foreshadowing that they're gonna be winning this game, this Love Island, okay? But that game was gross, bro. Like, what was the point of this game? Like, you just want to bird feed food? Like no, stop. Like, what are you doing? Did anyone pee Kirsten, Jalen pick up Kirsten at the end of the game? You see that? You see how trifling he is? Like, okay. But, like, it was hilarious because Mackenzie wasn't feeling Jalen's, and then she had to end up bird feeding with Jalen. Like, doing that with somebody you don't like, man. The people who actually really won that game was Connor and Kirsten because they were safe. They didn't have to do that nasty stuff. But other than that, this is basically Jaleb's Island featuring Sully. That's basically it. Jalen's Island featuring Sully and some other cast members. But like, yeah, this episode was pretty good. We were finally giving Jaleb their screen time that they deserve. Like, yes, they deserve that screen time. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, comment down below, let me know your comments, concerns, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and peace.